14. I put that on there. It's been at least a month now since we attended. There was four of the city commissioners were there, and members of our staff, and it was always a very good conference. We're able to have great discussions in some of these presentations, and many that I am very interested in maybe bringing in the very near future on a generation of different options for income. And the other one had to do with a product on pavement and repair of streets, an option as far as the potholes. I think it's very promising, at least to be able to take a look at. And there was also a lot of information regarding some of the health providers and some options that are available that we could actually provide our employees that we have not tapped into. So I want to thank the citizens of San Juan for that opportunity of allowing us to travel and to be able to continue growing. And thank you to the staff that was able to attend and bring those back to the city to continue to look at other options and continue growing in knowledge. So thank you for that. The next item, this is a presentation on the Dia de los Muertos event in conjunction with International Museum Arts and Science. It's also in conjunction with the Mexican Consulate and the Basilica. This is a project that got started last year. It was the first year, and it was very successful. We had between 10 to 12 to 15,000 people that came by during the whole period when it was presented. And this is artwork that comes from artists from Oaxaca. And the conjunction with all these entities really makes it possible. And one of the things that we have found is that because of last year's, we actually gained some international recognition of the event taking place. The artist, of course, is top artist from Mexico, who is actually a Japanese and was honored by the Japanese emperor. The people that are coming are his understudies, artists of their own right. And we are getting people that have found out about this from different parts of the country. Definitely is being promoted throughout Mexico. So I'd like to invite all of you, all of our audience that watches and during this meeting, and of course all our community. Starting tomorrow, the work begins, the final product. It's actually focusing on Father Jose Espiazu, who was the founder here of the shrine grounds of an oblate. And he was looked at as a visionary who, because of his vision, we now have quite a bit of the National Shrine, which is visited by 1 million people, at least 1 million people a year here in the city of San Juan. The end product will be a combination of what the art is, and that is encompasses the Dia de los Muertos art in a sand form, and it's open to everyone. We're going to have quite a cooperation. Chief, you've been the one also attending these meetings, and I think that everybody is putting in a little bit of effort through all of them to get the word out too. Is that correct?
That's correct, Mayor. And we're also doing a lot of media releases out there to make sure that we get as many people, make it as successful as it was last year. It was a good program, a good presentation, and we have the cities partaking in that as well, along with the ADC as well. So.
Very good. So hope to see everybody out there throughout those days. The next item on the agenda is C, proclamation of the week of November 17th through the 21st, 2014 as the end of life care. Mr. Rodriguez.
Mayor, this proclamation, the end of life care week, and a representative from the folks of this, just can't think of their name. What does it say on there? I can't,
Comfort House?
Comfort House, yes, ma'am. They were supposed to be here tonight, and I don't see them in attendance, so I don't know if we want to read it or we can wait till the next meeting and
However you want to handle it.
I'd prefer them be here, Mayor, to accept this. I think it's more on their behalf and what the work that they do for those folks. If we'll table this item, I'll bring it back to you.
Table it or no action? Okay, will be no action. We'll put it on the agenda at the next meeting. Okay. And I'd like to go on to E, department presentations while we wait for Chief Garza. on the item that he has. So go ahead and we start with the departments that are set for this week.
Go ahead. City Secretary Department.
Thank you, Chief. Mayor, before you is a memo of the activities of our office. And we've included the Vitals monthly report along with the rental report and the public information request and some of the activities that go on there at the City Secretary's office. If you like, I'll read the memo for you, Mayor. Or is that necessary, or do you want to?
Who takes care of the vitals?
We do, our office does.
I know,
Mayor.
but who's the one in charge?
I am.
You do them, or does somebody else do them?
Sandra does them.
Sandra,
Sandra.
okay. The rentals, you're the one that handles the calendar on that,
The calendar is handled by my office. The hosts me with that.
Diana?
And the Memorial Park and the Amigos del Valle.
And on the public information, that has to be you, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Deanna helps me with the administrative as far as following up on the request from the department. Whatever department the information is requested from, that is, she helps me get that information. Is there any questions?
I want to ask about the codifications of the ordinance. Where are we with that?
With the last time we did that, Mayor, was in April, and I to do them every 6 months, which is, twice a year. So it's coming up in December. We're gathering that, and we'll be sending those off in December, and I will let you know when those go out. So we'll do it. We do it the last time we did it was in April, so it'll come up here at the end of December, or, well, November, and we'll get those out. Okay?
Questions? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
The next one, Mayor Commission, is utilities. Mr. Olvera.
Mayor, Commissioners, Filemon Olvera, Director of Utilities. I have just a few slides, and I'll go over my monthly report that I turned in for the month of September. I'll begin with the organizational chart. We have 32 employees. Of the 32 employees in my department, 21 have TU licenses.
How many?
21. The top graph is the water treatment plant, and we record, for the past year, we've been recording the highest peak. You can see September dropped a little bit on plant number 1. Right here, we had significant rain event in September, so that number could have climbed higher. Now, the red dotted line is the capacity of the treatment plant. This is a treatment plant behind City Hall. Water treatment plant number 2 is rated at 3.5 million gallons, and that one has still capacity left. And you can see also the water usage came down in September. So likely it may affect the revenues because it's less water that was used by the customers. We had about over 6,000 active water connections in the month of September. This is the graph for the wastewater treatment plant on Hall Acres Road. The capacity of this plant is 4 million gallons. We did record the highest peak in September. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to the fancy mouth. This one, if you can see, the capacity went significantly higher than the previous month. This is also due to the rain event. We do have manholes throughout the city, and we have infiltration or inflow from rainwater that affects our treatment plant. So the rainwater that goes into our collection system gets processed at the treatment plant. I do like to report that we had 2 permit excursions in April and May. They were noted by staff during our self-reporting data submitted to the state. We are working to the state these violations were resolved, but we are working to the state on a violation letter that was received. And back at the time when this occurred, we had one of the treatment units, the oxidation dish, offline. It had been offline for several months. The rotors that operate the ditch are expensive, and the energy that's used increases the electricity at this facility. Now, this was done back before I came on board with the city, so we spoke to the city engineer, went back and turned on this facility, and we were able to reduce the permit. So the plant, though, has enough capacity there at this time, but this only reflects the highest reading related to the rain events that we had in September. Some of the projects we worked on, we repaired a sewer line back of the fire station #1 adjacent to City Hall. We've had several problems over the year, or several years, where we had staff had to go out there to clean the line, but we were able to find the problem with the line, and we did the repairs in-house. So the problem at that fire station should not return. So we are looking at a long-term solution, or maybe installing another line in back of the alley, and we'll work with the engineer on that. These are some of the projects. Here's what we were using to recycle the water for the new transmission line. We're able to put it back into our treatment plant, so we're able to recycle at least 1 million gallons of water over a 2-day period. So this is water that would have normally gone down the drain.
Wow.
We also
When
fixed
did
the
you start doing that?
it was about a few weeks ago, the latter part of September. We coordinated with a contractor because we noticed that he was draining the water into the storm drain. So we were able to recover this water. This is clean water coming from plant #2.
I see.
So, but we're required to flush the line for a 24-hour period. So we recycle this water back into our treatment plant. It's clean water. Also, the flocculation basin, we're able to go in there and repair all the existing flocculation equipment. Half of it had been down for over a year. So we're able to contract some of the welding work, and we're able to place this unit online. So we're able to process sludge better at this site now, so we don't let it accumulate anymore like we were allowing it to do it, so about a year ago. We also replaced the motor guards. I know this is small, but we had a lot of motors out there with no safety guards, so this is a positive improvement for the plant. And last but not least, the construction at the water plant #2, the contractor already mobilized. They started a little bit slow as far as the project goes, and I went out there yesterday. We are having meetings with them. I think it was a good day to work yesterday. There was nobody on site.
Have we broken ground of some
So,
kind? Or?
yes, actually, they started construction. They have the stormwater permit. They have the silt fencing. And the only thing we've noticed that they added a new all-weather road, or they're working on it, so we can bring in the chemical tanks into the facility. They are going to remove the existing asphalt road. So we need this road in place before they do any construction. But the project is a little bit slow, and the concerns were brought up during the last meeting we had with them.
How
So
often do you have the meetings?
we have once-a-month meeting, but we decided to move them up to weekly or bi-weekly. So we should have a meeting on Friday. Right now, I think the plans are with our city engineer reviewing the plans that were submitted. So this road is needed, though. This is something that they need to do. We've had plenty of good days, and we were hoping to see more work out there. So, but we'll keep you posted if we see it slow down. So it's already been, the notice to proceed was issued. So it's been already several weeks, and we haven't seen that much progress. So, and they have water already service, and they have a sewer connection to the mobile offices.
And Mr. Cruz, you're in contact with them also, or?
They have started some of the dirt work, some of the pads for the filters. They've already, we've a lot of letters, but they've started the submittals. The submittals is very important that you do it early, because a lot of that equipment has to be ordered. And some of this order time is, I think the plant itself is 8 months. So we've already started seeing all that. So we're very concerned, because I don't know if you remember my last report, they've already been charged 89 days as the report. So they're already over 100 days charged out of the 600. But we are seeing movement. We're seeing submittals now, which, that's very important that you do that early. And it looks like they've started. But yes, we have a lot of documents and letters, emails, and everything. And we meet once a month with Water Development Board, as per their regulations, and we discuss everything. Now, we've met every other week. Probably, I think the Water Development Board didn't go they go once a month.
It's once a month, and we wanted to see some progress too, because there are some submittals that need to be turned so they can get paid for the equipment and whatever work's been done. So I'm not sure they haven't requested a payment request. So they're behind also. And according to the previous meeting we had with the Water Development Board, they want to see the project move forward. And we're looking at, hopefully the weather is going to be like today, but I know the winter months we get rain days, and that'll slow down the project. So I know we had to clean out a storage room that they're going to demolish. So they were responsive in providing a temporary storage for the equipment that we had there. But we're hoping it moves at a faster pace.
Progress reports of the plan.
At every meeting.
And last, I know the city has the Superior Public Water System rating. We have the signs at the entrances for FM 495. We also have them on Business 83. So we want to make sure these signs are being kept up to date. I know we have one of them that we need to replace. So, and this is a recognition from the state. So someone's been on this list for years. So we'll go back and fix one of the signs. And that's it. You have any questions, sir?
Only on the water breaks. You
Okay.
stated under water distribution, 31 water breaks. Is that
Yes.
something that, because we're digging, or because it's just the age of the pipes, or?
Actually, the shifting of the soils, we have a lot of AC, asbestos pipe, a cardboard, if you imagine a hard cardboard, and the shifting of the soil, we had many water breaks, and most of our repair clamps are for 6-inch asbestos pipe, and it's in the older side of the city that we have this pipe, and typically they fix a break, and a few weeks later, it breaks further up on the same street. So we have that pipe, and what we do is stock up in material. So we're hoping with the rain that we will have less water breaks. The shifting of the soil, it occurs and it breaks. That's why now the C900 is a pipe that's being used because it allows it to withstand the shifting of the soils. Flexible? Yes, the C900 is more flexible than the asbestos. The other one is a cardboard, and imagine it breaks as soon as it shifts. It gives way. So, but we have plenty of work also in sewer collections, and this is the report we typically turn in every month. So, it's hard to try to get everything in there, and
Do well, you got quite a bit of it in. Appreciate it, Mr. Olvera.
thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rivera. The next department that's going to be presented to the Mayor Commission is the Police Department. Lieutenant Alapha.
Mayor, Commissioners, good afternoon. I'm here to present a monthly report for
The
month of
microphone
September.
closer to you, you're a little softer spoken. There you go.
I'm here to give you a monthly report for the month of September. Okay. For the month of September, we responded to 1377 incident reports or call for service reports. We documented 538 incidents, and 94 arrests were made, and 98 traffic accident reports were issued out. And we haven't received any monies for the month of September, no asset forfeiture or grants.
Number for traffic violations?
88. I'm sorry, ma'am.
For accidents or violations?
Okay,
Or
there were
accidents that
98
have
traffic
violations?
accidents.
Okay.
On citation were, for the month of there were 90.
90 citations.
There were 72 citations,
72 citations.
72 with 113 violations.
I got you.
We also have a significant case still under investigation under the Powerhouse Gym. I can tell you this, the person who was alleged did it, been arrested and taken to the Hidalgo County and has no bond on it. Also, on the alert team, we increased 3 more cities to it. So it's over 20 cities participating on the alert team, I mean on the SWAT.
Joint recently? Who was at the joint recently?
Recently, La Jolla, Sullivan, and Hidalgo.
Oh, okay.
And by adding more cities to the alert, we could get more grant monies. If they're available, we can apply
And
for
we do we do it as an individual, as a city, or a regional effort?
as a regional.
Gotcha.
That for equipment and especially training.
Okay.
And we're still sending officers to their mandated courses and also specialized training. We just send officers, investigators to some seminar at Padre Island. That's for investigations on death that been buried. And we also send officers to TICO, used to be TICLOS, now it's TICOS. That's it for licensing the department to have a license to teach locally. We have the SIUs, means the Special Investigating Unit. They in charge investigating human trafficking and also auto theft and narcotics. And they're working
All together?
all unit one together.
And
the special
how
unit.
many are they,
They're
more or less?
on the special
that
unit,
particular-
6. Citizens want, us, the police department, we are prepared to assist any department on events, to do traffic control, barricades, anything like that. We are prepared to assist them. Especially now they come in the Halloween.
Yeah, we should have a lot of work this Friday.
Yes. And the school just gonna have another event on Thursday or Friday. So we're gonna be busy Thursday and Friday on those 2 days. And we're preparing to spend some money on the new police department. How much it is, I don't know. But the chief can give us a specifics to that.
Mayor
As
Commissioner.
long as it's in the budget, right?
Yes. Yes, no, that's part of our workshop that we have to have with the Mayor and Commission in December, and that's the asset forfeiture funds that we have. The department, thanks the Mayor and Commission for allowing us to move forward on a new public safety building. It's much needed for our personnel, for citizens of San Juan as well. And we plan to use that and allocate that monies for the next 3 years. And our workshop in December is going to dictate exactly how we're going to move forward with that money. We need to spend that money, and we've just been fortunate enough that the good men and women of the San Juan Police Department that have worked really hard, that we've been getting a lot of asset forfeiture funds, and through our regional efforts, so we continue to, at no cost to the city of San Juan, we want to make sure that we provide our officers with the best equipment, the best training, and also a much-needed public safety building. So we're going to entertain that workshop, that discussion coming up in December, Mayor. So I know that you all are great supporters of the Swan Police Department, and I think that it's something that is much needed.
Did we finalize a date on that, or not yet, right?
No, Commissioner, not yet. We haven't finalized a date. I know it's going to be either December 2nd or 3rd, something like that. I know that the mayor and some of the commissioners are gonna be out someday, but we are finalizing some dates for that workshop to come forward. And basically, we're just gonna discuss, we already had some, a study and assessment done on the needs of the department. I feel that the assessment that was done was pretty high, too high for what the needs are and the cost. But I think that one of the things that we're gonna entertain is that construction in phases of the department. Maybe we can entertain that as well. So in that workshop, and it's something that much needed. I know that a lot of our residents that have gone to the city, the police department, they see the department very small, and sometimes we have different units in different locations. So I think it's something that we're very excited that we have gotten this money, and we're very excited that the mayor and commission is willing to move forward and build a new public safety building for us.
Let's try to secure that date as soon as we can.
Yes, sure, ma'am.
Put it on our calendars.
Yeah, I got a question. You mentioned that there was 94 arrests, right, for the month of September? What are the majority of the arrests? I'm just
So
curious.
94 arrests and investigated incident, like arrested for any offense?
But my question to you is, what's the majority, what type of offenses, you know?
That information, I don't have it right now.
You don't have it?
But if you, I can give it to you.
No, I was just curious. I thought maybe you knew.
No. Any questions? I leave from here. I would like to introduce new staff to our police department.
You can stand as you're being introduced. I'd appreciate
Okay,
it.
Officer Ricardo Castillo, come to the front.
How you doing?
Lorenzo
Thank you for being here.
Andrade,
Yeah, Officer Andrade.
Leonardo Cifuentes, Salvador Hernandez. Those are new officers. They're coming to the streets of San Juan. And we got two new communicators, telecommunicators, and dispatchers. Sorry to say dispatchers, but the officers or the person there at the dispatcher room, two new dispatchers, Albert Cantu and Fabian Cervantes.
I want to welcome you to the City of San Juan Police Department. Thank you for choosing our organization. We always pray for your safety, but we thank you for dedication that you are making to our community and for the safety and security of all those that live here. And of course, we thank you for the leadership of both of the folks here up with us as well for the guidance. So thank you very much. Enjoy. Anything else? Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant. We also have next Department Municipal Court, Ms. Enriquez.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Ms. Mary Enriquez. I come to present the Municipal Court September monthly report. The Municipal Court provides the citizens of San Juan with the following. We do pre-trials, bench trial hearings. We also have truancy cases that are going to start for the month of, and for this month of October. And we should be having some more coming in probably for November. Also, we handle the court enforcement cases also. We do hearings for them. And we do get also the animal control tickets. Citizens who wish not to have their citations stay on their record, we offer them a defensive driving class, which is a 6-hour course. Also, they could have it deferred. It could be for 30 days or up to 60 days, the deferred. Also, we also have a city marshal that goes out to collect unpaid citations. Right now, he's doing current citations and also working on the ones that have been past due for like 2 or 3 years.
The breakup is on that monthly? How much is new and how much is old?
No, because they all come when in a certain total, so,
Maybe in the next report, you can look into more specifics
okay.
on that. I'm interested to see how much of the old citations we're collecting and see where that is on the average. I know there was a number outstanding, and I'd like to be able to see that, the outstanding that was passed citations, and then the current citations from the current year, and then how much is being collected on those. I would appreciate that.
Have a collection agency that collects also past due citations. And here at the top, I have our September collections amount and also the amount that the collection agency collected for this month. We had two defendants take us defensive driving. We had 9 that took deferred. On the pre-warrant notices, we send out 199 notices. We had also warrants issued. We had 120. That's from citations to PIs, paraphernalia, any arrests. For the traffic warrants issued, we had 44. We also had pre-trials. That number, we didn't take account, so next month I should have 1. We had also pre-trials, the bench trials. We had 4 cases for this month of September. Any questions?
Any questions? Thank you very much.
Mayor, Commissioners, I just want to add on Ms. Enriquez, on the a city marshal has been in effect since almost a year. And that's, some of the citizens of San Juan are not familiar with the city marshal, so he is in uniform, and his purpose is to go out there and collect unpaid fines. That's correct, unpaid fines, and visit these residents that, but there's, when are we going to have a amnesty? That was one of the things that citizens have been asking. Is there an amnesty that the court actually is working on? Or what would be the month, or what would be the day?
After we had it starting in February through April, so last 2013, so probably for the same month, because that's when citizens do get their income. So that's when they could take advantage of the amnesty program.
We also have, I know Mr. Baca's here, I think that we already also implemented a online payment system. Can they do that, also pay their citations online, Mr. Baca?
Yes, they could pay their citations online, and also they could view it and pay the full amount.
On the, going back to the city marshal, I think maybe for next time, if you can show how many contacts he's made, you know, as far as like a home visit or, you know, going out there trying to collect these fines, because, I mean, right now, you know, I don't see anything, or you may have something, do you?
Does 10, 15 contacts per day.
Okay.
He also, when he goes to the residence, if he doesn't, if nobody's there at the residence, he leaves a door hanger that we provide for him, and it gives us the citizens the phone number, so they could call him once they get back from work or. But
Yeah, that was
those
the
are
only question I had.
those are real good because we do get a lot of calls from them that they were left at their house, so those are very convenient. Yeah, thank you.
Let's just go on, and you'll have to read to it, because I've got Commissioner Palacios.
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right, that's all of them, Chief?
Yes, that's all of us.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for the presentation and for the information. D, I'd like to go back then to the presentation of the San Juan Education trailer donated by Precinct 2 Commissioner Tito Palacios. I do want to recognize that he is present, and the only reason we had skipped you was because we were waiting for Chief Garza. Is Chief Garza here? No, Chief Garza's not here. Today I'll be representing him. Very good, then come forward. You walked in right in time, young man.
Real quick, just on the, just to say,
Commissioner Palacios, can you come forward too, please? How you doing, sir?
Lieutenant.
How's it going, Chief? Good. Good evening.
Just for a little bit of insight, the Commissioner Palacios supported the fire department and a trailer, and safety trailer, which is brand new outside for the mayor and commission's view meeting. 69,000, close to $70,000, and it would not have been possible without the commissioner's support and without his total support of the education and safety of our children in the city of San Juan. And basically, this trailer is going to be used for that. So Commissioner Palacios, it was instrumental in allocating these funds.
Thank you, sir. What a- And thank you all for the work that you do every day in informing and reaching out, especially through the schools, to the kids about fire prevention. It is really key, and they take that home.
As far as we can show them hands-on how the smoke is going to be inside of the building and how they can get out, exits, how to feel the walls, and hopefully, we can save more lives and present this as knowledge to the kids so they can know how to get out and save the environment.
Well, we thank you for all the work and that you do, and of course, Commissioner Palacios for the support of this great project that is going to be available for the community from here on out. So thank you so much for that cooperation as well, and to Chief Garza for his leadership. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to move on to ordinances, and we're going to keep it there so we can go take a look in a little bit. Under 6A, discussion on the proposed ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances for solid waste, providing for the exclusive collection for commercial accounts, amending the commercial garbage collection rates. Mr. Gonzalez.
Mayor Commission, Mr. Gonzalez out of town on city business. He did ask to table this item. He's been working diligently with Mr. Cervantes, and he would like to have it in the next commission meeting so he can have the correct information for the mayor and commission.
All right. Is there a motion to table? Second? Second. All in favor state aye.
Aye.
This item is tabled for the next meeting. Under appointments, A, consider appointing and reappointing to the Housing Authority Board. I'd like to appoint Pete Garcia and Melissa Gonzalez. Under item B, consider appointment to the following boards: Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. This was put on the agenda by Commissioner Ramirez. Commissioner Ramirez?
Yes, ma'am. I know we had a resignation by one of the board members, so I had placed this item on the agenda. I had an individual that was interested in serving. She did not submit her application on time. I know there is another application on file. We can entertain that applicant, or we can table it.
I'll open it up for a nomination at this time for placement on the board.
Go ahead and nominate Chanel Borrego,
Okay,
since her application is on file.
okay. Are there any other nominations? If not, is there a motion to approve the name recommended, Chanel Borrego?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Thank you. Under consent agenda A, approval of minutes, October the 6th work session, special called meeting, October the 13th, 2014 special call meeting, and October the 14th regular meeting. The monthly collections report B for September 30th, 2014. C, consider awarding the City of San Juan, Texas Quarterly Investment a report dated September 30th, 2014, as required by the Public Funds Investment Act. D, consider second and final reading on an ordinance for the rezoning request for single-family resident district to light industrial district for the property legally described as east 500 feet of 12.92 acre tract of land, forming a part of Lot 49, South Stewart addition to the Conway Gardens San Juan subdivision, located 1,280 feet south of Dicker Road, west side of Stewart Road, as requested by Saul Maldonado. E, consider second and final reading on an ordinance for the rezoning request for single-family residential to general business for the property legally described, 870 feet of the Langley Strip, Lot 11, Block 17, excluding west 33.5 feet of the south 509.69 feet, located at 701 West FM 95, 495, by Ms. Quintanilla. And F, consider second and final reading of an ordinance amending the budget for the fiscal year 2013-2014 fiscal year by providing an additional appropriation amount of 168,968.44 of the general fund. I do want to ask, I want to turn in the corrections. Mr. Rodriguez? And I want to ask on pull item, I believe it's the one with Ms. Quintanilla, on E, the way that it's stated in the package, and the way that I saw it on the voting, it states that it was approved as the commission, recommended by the planning and zoning, but I believe the planning and zoning moved to deny. So that's incorrect. So, so the way that it is stated here is the way that it was stated before. I guess I just want some clarity because,
That was the recommendation you were making that night, correct?
Approval, Planning and Zoning Commission recommended denial, and then the City Commission approved it, approved the rezoning request.
if that's the action that was taken now, I did not vote in any of these last time. So. And then the commission voted, I guess I'm just stating what was written. The way that it was written here, it's stating that the commission approved, but you're saying, though, that the actual action that was taken was for approval. Because on the write-up, it says the recommendation by the commission,
Yes.
planning and zoning,
Yes.
was denial, but that's two different things.
Yeah, the Planning and Zoning recommended denial, but this board approved it at the last meeting.
That's what you were trying to achieve, correct? You were trying to recommend it, and then the City Commission asked questions, and they wanted to go against what the planning and zoning wanted to do. They actually wanted to approve it and allow her to do this. So I'm going to recommend that we bring it back for first and second. Is that okay?
Now, as far as the fact that I've not voted in any of these,
Whenever it comes back, you can vote if that's the question, or right now?
no, for the consent, I mean, I can't abstain because then nothing will pass. But,
We're gonna have to take it out and,
okay, so
And you're not gonna-
so what would the action tonight be on that one? Just to table or to? Okay, then, on item number E, is there a motion to table? Is there a second? All in favor state aye. It has been tabled. And any other items, anything else that needs to be pulled out? If not, is there a motion for approval as presented? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor state aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
All in favor state aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned at 6:55. Thank you all for being here. Sure. Commissioner, can we come outside?